Hey guys, it's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning, back with a new video. Someone asked the other day about more book journaling content, and it's been since I think like early January since I did a book journaling video, so that's what we're doing today, looking at two different apps even. So check it out. Okay, so this is my 2022 book journal. You've probably seen it by now, and I'm using the GoodNotes app currently for my book journal. That's what I mostly use these days. And I'm going to start by copying one of these semi-transparent stickers that I made in Procreate. And check out my last book journaling video so you can see how I made those. It's literally just pulled from colors on the covers, and I'm just using it to kind of track my reading progress on my monthly spread, and then I just copy it and paste it onto the actual review page, which is linked to the monthly calendar. So once I have that there, then I can just add the book cover, which is a screenshot from my Kindle app on my iPad, and then I just save it to my camera roll and I can just add it in here. And then I just start loading all this with all of the book details. And normally what I do whenever I'm, tracking all of this stuff is I don't do it in the beginning of, when I'm reading the book, because I just want to read it, right? So when I'm writing all this stuff out in my book journal, I typically will have either my phone out, or if I'm at my desk, I'll have, a website pulled up, but I track my books on Goodreads as well as in my book journal. It's just, two different types of experiences. And does that say collage romance? Oh, damn it. It's supposed to be college. Oh, the things you don't notice until you go back. And I've literally watched the screen recording 3 times. And I just now noticed that. Damn it, I'm going to have to go back and fix that in the book journal. It's okay. You guys know I'm not perfect. It's fine. Anyway, so when I'm writing all this shit out, I'll have Goodreads up, or the Amazon page for the book or something like that, so that I can get all this information. And since my Goodreads account is linked to my Kindle, I can mark when I'm starting reading a book and when I finish it. So if I can't remember, I can just pull that from Goodreads, and that's where this comes in. So fill in all the little book shit, and it's lovely and looks good. I like having the colored strips now. And then I have these foil star rating stickers from Ink and Pine. I have them saved to my Elements in GoodNotes. It's that and bullet points is the only time I ever use Elements. So when I'm reading a book on my Kindle, at the end, I highlight some quotes along the way. Sometimes I have very minimal, like this, just 3 quotes in the whole book. I don't know how that happened. Although there are some books that I read the entire thing and don't highlight anything. So it happens. But along the way, I highlight stuff, and then I can export my notes, and it sends it to me in email. Now, if you've watched several of my other planning videos or book journaling videos, you've seen this before. So I am pulling from the PDF, highlighting the quotes and copying, and then just pasting in GoodNotes. The export comes with a PDF version and an Excel version, a spreadsheet version. For GoodNotes, if you want to keep your text formatting the way you have it set in GoodNotes, then copy and paste from the PDF. So that is my tip. I learned that. Otherwise, you have to paste it and then change all your fonts, and it's very annoying. So copy from the PDF. And with my book journaling spreads, I like to add some decoration, and this one I thought was kind of funny because, like, in this series, Madison Kate is known for having this dusty pink hair. And this pink glitter, like, if you've read the series, you might know where this comes from. But in the first book, she comes back home and her bedroom has been painted a glittery pink color and she hates it. And so I thought that was kind of funny just to add that glitter. But that's in the first book anyways, but still. I like to add a little bit of decoration just because, you know, I'm all about creative planning and creative journaling, and I'm less on the minimal side and more on the, you know, this is my creative outlet type of side. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be showing you 2 different apps today. And I think it was last week I shared on social media another planning app that I was testing out and comparing to GoodNotes, and like it's new-ish, and they've since changed the name even since that first post that I did. But it's more for like minimal planning, and so I figured this was like an easy way for me to compare the 2 apps, since, you know, my book journaling is kind of like revolving around like different days of the month, and, you know, having like a focus. I don't know the best way to say this, but I figured it was like an easy thing that I could compare because visually I can see, you know, in my book journal, I keep track of the books that I read on a monthly page and then have individual spreads. And in this other app that I'm going to show you next, you can view it in kind of like a monthly overview, a thumbnail view, and then the individual pages. So I just figured it was like a good quick comparison without me like having to do like daily planning in this other app, since I'm just wanting to test it out for now. So I thought this would be a good comparison. So there's my page. It's decorated. It's got my quotes. It's lovely. Here's a little behind the scenes. I do a screenshot, and I have a folder set up on my Dropbox for planners, and then a folder in that called Planner Shares. And so this is where I just keep all of those, and that's, you know, screenshots of all my spreads that I end up showing you guys on social media. So all right, so here's the other app that I was telling you about. It was called Daily Notes. Now it's called Go Journal. And there's a calendar view and like a thumbnail view. And then there's kind of like, sort of like a daily agenda type of view. And so I want to just give you a little comparison. This one's definitely more minimal, less on the creative side. I've already added this photo, so I'm going to delete it so you can see my process. And because I like the thumbnail view, I created this thing in Procreate on my iPad that I'm testing out for, you know, for this app for keeping up with my books. So the reason why I went with this is because it's a square image that I created, and I pull a color from the background. I added my little star ratings, some minimal book notes, and the book cover. So what I'm doing here is I'm just copying these things, dragging over those layers so that they duplicate. And this is how I'm going to lay this out. So I'm going to add my photo of the book cover in here and just pull straight from my camera roll. And I have snapping turned on. You can turn on magnetics or snapping. I ended up turning magnetics off. Magnetics. Oh, words are hard this morning. I turned magnetics off because it gives you all these extra little snapping points, and it was just like, ugh, too many. I don't need all that. So just snapping is fine because I had already set up this book cover placement before. So I just want to snap to the edges here so it's just nice and centered in the same place so they can all look the same. And there you go. I have that all set up. I can turn off this other group and, turn off what I don't need, and then turn back on these layers that I am using. And on my background color here, I'm just going to press with my finger to pull a color from her hair and then drag that over so that I have my background color. And then I just need to edit my notes. And I've got a couple different rating stars on there. And look, okay, you're about to see a mistake. Okay, when I first planned out doing this video, I was planning to do this for book 3 in the series, So for some reason, book 3 was just in my head. So look, I put book 3. Well, we know it's book 2. It literally even says it on the freaking cover. But it's okay. I'm not perfect. You guys know this. It's fine. Hopefully you like me anyways. But don't worry, I'll go back and fix it. It's fine. So I'm just changing this stuff. And obviously I'm not putting as much detail in this as I did in my other book journal. But that's just because when I created this, I was just kind of like testing it out to compare these two apps. But yeah, so I just wanted a graphic that was square that would work in the thumbnail view. So I'm just going to share it as a JPEG and copy it and then go back to that notes, go journal, daily notes, whatever you want to call it. And don't tap with your Apple Pencil because it's going to want to like let you draw, which is fine. But I tapped with my finger, hit paste, and there it goes. So remember, pencil, you're going to draw. Finger, it allows you to do text or add a photo. So I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So I'm going to copy all of this, even though it says highlight and all that. So I'm going to copy all of this text. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to tap to paste it. And then I'm going to highlight where it says highlight and then just delete those. I'm just going to cut them. I'm going to select each of these things, and down at the bottom there's a little toolbar of things, and I'm just hitting the quote button so it puts that little line so it separates the quotes, and I just like the way it looks. You don't have as many features on like text and stuff like that, but you know, it's a basic minimal app. But see, in the thumbnail view, you see how like you get this, it just feels that square and it's nice compared to like the other covers that I haven't done this for, where it's just the cover. And so you don't get the full cover, you just get a thumbnail, right, which is square. But this is a good app for, you know, minimal planning, like daily journaling, obviously like a photo a day, word a day kind of journaling, you know. But if you're more on like the creative side of planning, you want to use stickers and things like that, you know, you can use stickers in this other app, but it's not like you can put them anywhere on the page because there is no page. It's just there, right? So it's all up to you. At the bottom, you can add, there's a photo button. You can add a photo and just pop it in there. So see if you want the full cover, that's what that looks like. And then if you press and hold with your finger, like if you tap it, it's going to open it larger. But if you press and hold, you can delete it. So that's how that works. If you guys want to see more with this app and like, you know, how it works and some of the features, some of the different views, how to create notebooks or journals or whatever, I can do another video if you guys want to see it. If you're more on the minimal planning side and want to see that, I can do that. I'm sort of started using this for like a work planner. Like I set up another journal in here. And this is where I decided, hey, what were you thinking? You need to fix this. It needs to be a 2, not a 3. So I'm going to fix that. But if you guys want to see another video using this Go Journal app and, you know, learn about the features, how it works, how to set up a notebook, you know, the different views, anything like that, let me know and I'll do a video for you guys and give you more information. I'll put a link in the description for it. It's only like $2.99. It's made by the same people who did Note Shelf. So there are some similarities, but it's, once again, for minimal planning, not like, you know, let's get crazy and load up your page with stickers type of planning. So if you want to see more, get more information, blah, 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 all of that, just let me know and I'll do a new video. But yeah, so it's just 2 different styles of planning, but okay. All right. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Why am I waving? You can't see that.